Hey guys, welcome back. Not back. The first episode of the Alpha podcast. Or
Hey guys, dude, let's just do random shit for 4
no
minutes.
stop, Kim. Hey guys, welcome back to the.
Chill.
Okay, so to start off this podcast, we haven't really prepared, so it's going to be like on the go. So I bought these cards which have random topics, and I'm going to hand these cards out to everyone, and you just got to talk about what is on the card. It's a philosophical question.
You know what this reminds me of? In school, we had this thing called pick and speak. It is that all over again.
Okay, but before that, let's just talk about everyone. I'm Aditya. I'm a regular. You know me. Next to me is.
I'm Shreyas Bharadwaj. I'm a fitness coach. I work with athletes and I have a channel called Top 1% where I talk about fitness and nutrition and sometimes about my life in general.
Hello, I'm Dr. Rashmi. I am soon to be an anesthesiologist. My residency is starting from Jan. So before that, let's have all the fun that we can.
Do you want to shout out your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel. I'm not really active on that, but you can still subscribe and I'll try to put more videos. It's just called Rashmi Kamath. Not very creative, but yeah, easy to find.
Yeah. And we have a special guest today.
Special guest. No, just CK here, architect, cricketer. That's it.
He's a man of few words.
And
That's what's going to make this podcast special. He's the chief guest for today. So let's get started. First, anyone want to talk about your day? How's everything going? Shreyas, I heard you're leaving India soon. So how's the preparation for that?
Honestly, I'm stoked. Let's see how it goes. It's like hitting a reset button on life.
Yeah.
Starting all over in Ireland. I'm going there for Masters in Sports Performance. Most people don't know that exists, but it does. Let's see. We're gonna be close enough. He's in Germany.
I'm in Germany, just 1.5 hour flight away. Let's see if we can do something. But speaking of that, so we were talking about how at every phase of life, for example, 10th to 12th, not phase, different school, you reintroduce yourself in a different way. Have you ever done that and has that worked out for you?
Yeah.
I know I met you at 9th standard, so I want to tell you.
That honestly has been the best, the part of my life that I always look forward to, where I leave one institution and go to another. From school to another school, from school to PU, from PU to dental, engineering, and then I did dental, and then dental to medical.
3 degrees.
Yeah,
Wow.
and now I'm very excited to reintroduce myself in MD, and I don't know, I can be anything I want to.
So I always like to say this. In India, everybody just does engineering for the sake of it and then figure out what they want to do in life. I did engineering, then I became a strength and conditioning coach. She did engineering, now she's gone into medical.
Yeah.
I did engineering and I did engineering again, and now I'm doing engineering again. 3 years, 3 times in a row, 3 decisions.
1 out of 5 engineers stick to what they do.
Honestly, I think there are like 20 people in my class of 80 who are still in especially in mechanical engineering. The most not useless, I would say, but the one in India hits the most at least.
I wanted to ask you this. In Germany, like I've seen a lot of mechanical engineers go to Germany. Is it really, do they have a lot of value and scope there?
Definitely, because Germany was known for automotive engineering until like last year when everything went down, because this is when China started overtaking. So back, if I tell you something's made in China, what do you think of it? Bad, cheap, low quality. But now they're trying to redefine themselves this year by becoming a premium automotive supplier or maker. So now we have BYD, a few other Chinese companies who are on par with Tesla. So now that's happening, and they're also cheap. So cars like BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, all these are being viewed as old people, boomer cars. And no one's buying them. They're all going for these cheap electric fast cars, which is why sales of German cars are down all over the world. And in US, Trump is putting tariffs. In India, people don't spend that much money on luxury cars. Exactly. And in similar other Asian countries, and in China, they prefer local companies. Because of that, the German economy has collapsed. And this is year 2 of 2 consecutive years of recession in Germany. Just last month, 24,000 automotive engineers lost their jobs in Germany. And
Just count your blessings.
I'm really counting.
Is the work that you're doing now, is it along the lines of what you studied, or is it something different? Because I've seen all the mechanical engineers end up in software kind of stuff.
But mine is as mechanical as it gets. Actually, no, mine is a little more electrical. I work with electric cars now, so when I studied, it was very IC engine related. But I would say it's pretty. That's the dog. He's going to come on the camera later. But I would say I'm still pretty core mechanical, as mechanical as it gets. Nice. So yeah, that's that. So Rashmi, I heard you're being an anesthesiologist, right? So it sounds okay. I might be wrong, but it just comes across as it's a simple job, but I'm sure it's much more complicated.
It's so much more than
I've heard
that.
from that, yeah.
Because you have to be very perfect with the dose of anesthesia that you give.
Yeah.
Like any less, and then you're awake. The patient is awake during surgery. Imagine being awake, but yeah. Or if it's too much, you just kill the
Yeah,
patient.
you don't want to see your insides
Yeah,
cut out and.
yeah. So
But if they did, hypothetical question for a medical student, if I'm during surgery, anesthesiologist messed up, I wake up, do I feel the pain or is adrenaline and other things are going
you
to
do, of course you do.
feel the
Have
pain?
you never been under the knife?
Never.
You can always come to me next time.
I really think I have some issues. I'm going to come from you.
Okay.
But yeah, so you can continue. What is it about?
Yeah, so first thing is the anesthesia itself. So in that there's so much more. There's cardio surgery that you can super specialize in. There's neurosurgery that you can super specialize in, and then there's obstetrics, that is your gynecology stuff, those stuff. Or there's another whole thing called critical care. That is what I'm interested in.
Oh.
Critical care is basically ICU in charges, like the people who are in pain and you need to knock them down, but just keep them alive. That kind of stuff.
You mean morphine and stuff?
That
Knock them down, not out.
yeah, correct.
Unlike
I might put that on my Insta bio. I know people don't, but not knockout. But yeah, so that is what I'm planning to super specialize in. So
Okay. So it's not just during surgery, it's also after, post surgery.
Oh, and a new thing that's coming up is pain clinics that they're opening.
I've heard of this, yes.
Yeah, that anesthesiologists run that. So basically, cancer patients that are in pain and they want to subdue their pain, but they also want to live. So for those patients, also the pain clinics are there. And for people who are going through chronic pain, like spondylitis patients and all that, they come get regular injections and all that. That is done by an anesthesiologist.
Just physical pain or mental pain too?
Mental pain will be taken care of by hobbies like YouTube. So.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we started this podcast.
Exactly. So if you're in pain, just listen to our podcast. You forget about the other thing. Okay, speaking of pain, recently a country in Europe, Switzerland, legalized assisted dying for people who have terminal conditions. I am very pro that. What
Even
about
I'm
you?
very pro that. Like, if you are suffering and you have nothing more to look forward in life, who are you to tell me I cannot take my own life?
It's your choice.
Exactly. You also agree.
I agree.
CK?
I agree.
Okay,
But
so
the method of killing.
do you think they have to press their own button to die? Because I
It's
know
not like a
doctors.
detonator.
No, it's really made with a place where the patient clicks a button and it injects them
Injects
with
something.
nitrogen
that's-
something.
I'm
So
not
then
aware if
doctor
that's the
wouldn't take
method.
the guilt.
I'm not aware if that's the method, but if that is the method, that's really nice because it's fully in the hands,
Yeah.
figuratively and literally in the hands of the patient. So
Okay, I've heard this before.
As long as you're not pressing a pillow over someone's face.
That was assisted, but that's not the type of assistance they're going for.
so basically, euthanasia, there's two types, active and passive.
Yes.
Yeah. So active is when you yourself inject some medicines that can take the person's life away. Passive is when they're already a vegetable and you're just taking off life support. So
Yeah.
passive euthanasia is legal in India. I guess everybody knows.
So if they're in a coma, that is.
Yeah, if they're in a coma and the
okay.
And the
relatives say
family
we don't
decides.
want to
Yeah.
continue.
What's the difference between that and this DNR they sign?
DNR is do not resuscitate. So basically, if a patient at any point in his life, if he has signed a DNR and that document is available to the knowledge of the doctors, if he's dying, they can't resuscitate.
It's like, let me die.
Yeah.
Meaning if your heart stops, they can't shock
Yes,
it back.
they can't
to
give
the-
CPR, they can't give.
But
Yeah,
so many
staying
times
alive,
heart
staying
stops,
alive.
even though it's not like you're going to die also, right? But if it stops, it's real bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen House so many times. Remember House? His heart once
Yeah, so
stopped
CPR
and-
is that you're resuscitating the patient. So
Exactly.
if the heart is stopped, he's basically dead. You can revive him back.
And he
In
can have a
very
healthy life.
Yeah,
Short
in a
period
very
of time.
short span of time. If you miss that short span of time, it's of no use.
Yeah.
But as doctors, no matter what the span of time has been, we are still required to give a good 20 minutes of CPR. And 20 minutes of CPR is
It's
cardio.
tiring as fuck. Yeah.
It's literal cardio.
Honestly, yeah.
Honestly, the one thing I've been afraid of, because I had to learn how to do CPR in my profession, being a fitness coach, you have to learn, is breaking someone's ribs. Because known doctors, like people that I talk to, they tend to break ribs, and me having done countless tricep push downs,
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
feels damn vulnerable.
But you
under my
actually
weight.
do break, right? That's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
creepy.
They
When
do break
They
almost
first
every
taught me in
single
Germany. I was like, because they have a very serious first aid course. If you get a driver's license, you have to go and do it on a fake body and break the rib.
Yeah.
I was like, in movies, I thought it's just like this,
No,
you know,
no.
you gotta go so in. I'm like, no way am I ever doing
You seen how
CPR.
the Undertaker pins somebody in a match after a tombstone?
You
That's how it
basically
is.
have to do the job of the heart, that is pump Like you have
Exactly.
to.
You know how much power the heart actually has.
I wanted to ask fitness trainer this question always. So
Yeah.
how much of first aid and CPR training and life saving stuff do
Actually
you?
comes in handy.
No. How much of it are you supposed to learn? Like to what extent?
We just do a basic CPR, AED, and first aid certification. We have to do it. Generally, you do it once every 2 years. You go to a physical workshop, learn how to do it, and thankfully, you pray that you never have to use it. And I haven't, and I don't know of anybody who's had to use anything like that. But it's always good to learn something like that. It comes.
Are
in
you
handy.
required to relearn it after a period of time?
Yeah, I mean, we're not like medical professionals who practice it on a regular basis. We tend to forget. It's been close to 2 years since I did my certification. I need to do it again. I'm sure it's all going to be like Greek and Latin again
Yeah.
once I go in there.
But it's surreal bringing a patient back to life.
Oh, yeah.
I have done it.
You've actually done CPR.
Yeah, thrice I've revived, and the feeling of seeing the
Oh, yeah.
the
yeah.
People
line
Seen
thing
those
again on the
things.
ECG
Yeah.
is mind blowing, but also very scary because you have to do follow up stuff. You don't just give CPR and the heart comes and then like, oh yeah, no, there's more to it.
Exactly.
There's some medicines you have to pump to
Yeah,
keep it
yeah,
going, and you have to send them. If you're in a not so great hospital, you have to send them to a better tertiary care hospital through ambulance. And by shifting to the ambulance, if they crash again, that has happened.
Yeah.
I've revived and I've been happy.
You have to.
Oh my god, guys!
We have-
Adith, hop onto the pod. Sit over there.
Hello.
Wow, you look so different. Adith,
Long time no see.
Hello.
long time no see. 4 years since I saw this guy. I think
Hi.
Hi.
Adith, you remember Shreyas Bharadwaj from the bus?
How are you, bro?
We three shared the bus.
Good. Stir.
Have you taken a look at your good friend Rohan and what he's wearing?
What is he wearing? Oh, yeah.
Make Gujarat great again.
Yeah. So guys, for those of you who's just seeing Adith enter the camera, he's an OG. I feel you remember the vlog where we did Goodbye Adith at the airport where he got him roles. So this is his next appearance. It's been 3.5 years since I've seen him. Now I'm seeing him after a long time. Haven't even video called him, I think. This is literally the first time I'm seeing him. Have I aged, Adith? Like,
Yeah.
that's good. I don't want to look young. Do I look 30? That's all.
No.
That's all. I mean,
Yeah.
how
You used
old
to
am I?
look like 19, now you look 20.
Oh, that's great. I mean, I'm 26.
He's confused if he should take that.
I don't know, actually, yeah. I don't know, I would prefer looking young. Yeah. Okay.
How are you, bro?
Very good, you. Took forever getting you here.
Yeah. Dude, Gukesh won.
You told he's a draw.
Gukesh just won.
Mukesh won.
It was a draw when I left the house. Gukesh just won on the cab. I didn't know how to react.
Let's go India, baby! You didn't?
Ladies and gentlemen, the youngest world champion in the history of chess.
How old
He
is he?
came in becoming the youngest ever challenger to the world championship. And at the age of 18, Gukesh has become the world champion.
Right at this
History
moment.
has been made.
First, we're one of the first podcasts covering this live on the scene. Adith just came from the tournament. Adith, what do you have to say
Yeah,
about his
just flew in
performance?
from Mumbai.
He just flew in from Mumbai. That's why he was late.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, chess has been like a big hobby for me lately. I play every day. I practice openings. I solve puzzles, and it's been very interesting. So, yeah, it's great news hearing this.
Yeah.
Dude, it was a draw. Okay, like when I left home, it was every grandmaster. When
Yeah.
I was watching the stream, and like Vishy Anand came, Vidit came, they're all like, "Oh, this is a draw, right?" Everybody started leaving, and they started preparing for tomorrow. And tomorrow's the tiebreaker, basically.
Yeah.
Right? So tomorrow they're all making the schedule like, "Oh, we're all coming together, watching the tiebreaker." And I left, and on the cab, I just turned on, right? And I like it was paused at the moment I left, right? Thank God I didn't see the end. So I just continued from there. I'm like, this
Oh, you
position.
saw him turn it around.
Yeah, like, no, the other guy, Ding Liren, just blundered his pawn. Like, he made a completely rookie move. Like, you can't believe that
It
happened.
tends to happen because they've been going back and forth for 14 straight days.
But
14
okay.
games.
That's why I feel chess is a little boring at this point. At that level, is because most of them make perfect moves every time.
No, this
so
was the
mathematically
last-
there is a
Yeah,
perfect
yeah.
move, right?
You can make a blunder when there are like a lot of chances, right? This was 2 pawns versus 1 pawn, 1 king, and one bishop, 1 rook each, 1 bishop each. That's it. The board is clear, right? There's not many pieces to move. There's only like 2 or 3 pieces that you can move. Like he couldn't even move the pawn. he could only move the king or the bishop or the rook. So out of like the 3 possible moves or like pawns that he could move, he moved the wrong one.
Wow.
Bro, that he got lucky
At
in
the
end.
world championship level, for this to happen, it's just like the probability is so low.
And this
Yeah.
is absolutely conclusive because this is the 14th game and they've been tied apart. One wins a game, the other wins a game, it's a draw.
But I feel I've heard like 100 rank ones in the past. Back then it was Vishwanath Anand or Magnus Carlsen for such a long time. Now that
Yeah.
Tamil guy and some girl and some one more Hikaru, someone. Everyone's rank 1 all the time, right?
Shout out to Hikaru Nakamura.
Yes, shout out to that man.
Yeah. So rank 1 keeps changing. That is just the FIDE rating. I think that keeps changing. Like the ELO keeps changing.
Correct.
But the world championship is like a tournament. Happens like once a year. So.
Oh, so people got eliminated and these were the final 2.
The defending champion does not have to play again. He is directly like in the finals, and he just has to play the winner of the rest of the people.
And
So
here
Arthur beat even the Tamil guy and his sister and everyone. They all lost.
He beat them in the candidates tournament. The winner of that plays against the defending world champion for the championship.
And here I am sitting pretty with a rating of 800 on chess.com.
Anyone else have a chess rating there? I think you beat everyone here. So. Adith, you seem to know a lot about chess.
Not an official rating, it's 1200, but it's just...
Guys, we got our own grandmaster in this room. Narrowly defeated. Okay, new topic, a topic change. Adith here lives in New York. So can you tell us, were you close to the United CEO who got shot? Or were you close to the street where he got shot?
I was here in India.
But do you work on... You work on Wall Street, right? And he was shot?
He was shot on Wall Street? I don't know where he was.
I mean, in New York City, he was in for some conference, I heard.
Maybe. Like, the entire New York is like small. But are we going to this topic? I thought we were talking about ambulances, right? Sorry.
Yeah, we were.
That seems important.
No, we're talking about everything.
Everything which comes up.
There's
but
no
we
flow.
don't
Just
go
going
into
with the flow.
details.
So,
Go with the flow.
Yeah, even I want to know more about New York life because I've been to
Did I get a seizure?
the West Coast.
Whoa, 2 New York people here.
No, I've been to the West Coast, California. So I've never seen the East Coast. So tell me more about the East Coast life.
Yeah, okay, so I was saying New York is like pretty. Manhattan itself is pretty small, right? You can kind of walk the entire stretch in like 1 or 2 hours, like from bottom to top. It's not that big.
I've seen a lot of stuff about the New York subway. Is it as crazy as it looks on
Yeah.
Instagram?
You know, to describe it in like a phrase, it's like a giant pre-game lobby.
Before 4 times, people emoting, urinating in the corner.
People are doing the most random shit possible.
I've seen that.
Right?
Damn.
Actually, I just watched How I Met Your Mother episode yesterday, in which they said to be like a proper New Yorker, you have to do 3 things.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
I remember
Have you
that
ever
episode.
cried on the subway and not given a damn about what others think of you?
Have you seen or
Maybe.
cried?
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fun.
The breakup
Second
was
one
sad.
is that have you ever taken a cab that was meant for somebody else and swooped in?
Oh no, I've done that.
Has that happened to you?
And that's why he's an NRI.
We don't.
What's the third one? I'm curious.
I remember this, but I don't remember this.
Yeah, even I forgot. Third.
Have you something to do with the bar?
So I think
You guys
Jamie, can you pull that up? Jamie, can you Google what is 3 things you need to do as a New Yorker
From How I Met Your Mother.
from How I Met Your Mother?
I think
Now-
it's about being drunk.
Is it something to do with Empire
No,
State
no, I
Building?
think it's
Licking the
meeting
Liberty
some
Bell?
celebrity, Maury
You
or
ring the bell?
Did
Seen
you-
some celebrity.
Did you
Yes.
get the Liberty Bell?
Maury or Wood. I don't remember the name, but yeah, seeing this. Have you seen celebrity?
Have you ever seen a celebrity?
like
any-
on the street.
any
or-
Any,
YouTuber?
or airport, street, anyone?
You know whom I've
The most
seen?
famous person.
In Stranger Things, the cop dude.
You saw him in real life?
Yeah.
I
I've
He
seen
he
it.
loves him. What's his
He
name?
went bald. He was bald for some show or something. I don't know. Was
yes, he was.
Gran Turismo also, the movie.
The movie.
it? That dude, yeah.
I know he's already kind of thinning hair right in the show. Harper or Hooper or
yeah,
Hoover.
Hoover.
Something like that, right?
Hopper.
Hopper! The Hopper. Okay, so that's the most famous person you've ever seen.
Like
Not
run
concert,
into.
run
yeah,
into.
Yeah.
Rashmi, any celebrities you've seen?
I live in India, in Bangalore.
No,
All I've seen is
including
Yash.
English celebrities.
I've seen Yash.
I've seen Yash too in Orion Mall.
Really?
Yeah, for a movie. In the basement, I saw him. He had one bodyguard.
I've seen Yash. I've seen Shraddha Srinath, if you know who she is.
No.
I've seen
U-turn.
Rahul Dravid on a flight.
On a flight. That's
mentionable.
cool.
Right?
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to take a selfie with him. He was not pleased.
Rahul Dravid is not a nice guy.
No, he's nice,
He's a
but
nice guy.
he wasn't like.
He's a
posing
private
with-
guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've worked with a few cricketers who played in the IPL.
Oh,
So that's
cool.
something. Shreyas Gopal,
Oh,
then Sharad Bihar, Vidwat Kavayappa.
nice.
Which team?
They keep hopping around.
Oh yeah.
How does athlete training work? Like, how many hours a day do they train?
So, honestly, most people think just because you're an athlete, you'd be in the gym all day, you'd be training. But for an athlete, their sport is the main thing. So, most of their time goes into traveling, training for their sport, practicing, playing games. And whatever time they have left, which they can dedicate towards improving their performance, they come to the gym. And when they're off season, they don't have any major competitions, they spend more time in the gym. They might come in 4 times a week into the gym or 5 times. But when they're in season and they have a lot of games and traveling, they might come in once or twice a week. That's about it.
Wait, what do you do?
I'm a strength and conditioning coach. I work with athletes.
Oh shit, you went full time.
Yeah, because last time Adith saw him, he was a civil engineer because we three went to college together, computer, civil, mechanical, and now he's
Oh, you're also from RNS.
Yes.
RNS.
We were busmates, the three of us.
We three sat in a bus
That's the
together.
last I know him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
going into an engineering college. Next thing he's working with cricketers. Like where did the jump happen?
Typical non-computer science engineers. You just don't know where you end up.
I think it's fun.
No, engineering is just a good base, solid base to do anything in life. You can get into medical also after that.
Wink.
But speaking of athletes and everything, can we talk why India sucks at the Olympics so bad? Or a small country in Europe has like 10 times the medal India gets. Why do you think it's so bad?
Well,
It's not physically.
I don't think that's even something to be questioned about, because we know right from our childhood till up to adulthood, everybody says, not everybody, at least the family forces us to go into academics.
But what about like chess
she's right
and
about
cricket?
that.
Like, see, cricket, even though,
Yeah.
but there are few gems who come out, they're so good that they make it to the stage. So, why don't we have that amazing badmintons or table tennis players?
I have an answer for that.
Yeah.
So there's many factors that come into being a successful athlete. When you take something that takes pure physical ability, it's genetics. Like track and field, you have Usain Bolt and Jamaican guys who usually dominate at the Olympics when it comes to running. Then when it comes to strongman competitions, you usually have people from the Nordic countries like Iceland. You have the mountain from Game of Thrones, Hafthor, guys like that. So when it comes to that, Indians unfortunately aren't the most genetically gifted at pure athletics. But Indians have historically done well in sports such as cricket or hockey or even wrestling, right? Anything that's more skill oriented, they've had enough time honing their skills, they tend to do good at that. And honestly, that's happening. If you check the recent Olympics, Indians are doing good in hockey, in
Shooting.
boxing, shooting to an extent, you could say that, and cricket, of course, because all our money, all our focus and effort goes into that. That's what happens. And India's strength and conditioning industry is still very nascent. It's growing at a rapid rate. Good for me and people who are coming in.
Like even in simpler terms, right? I you should have observed this too. In university, right? In India, we don't play that many sports, and not people don't get in because of sports or through sports category. But there in the US, right? Every university has a dedicated sports team.
club and
The
everything.
culture of sports is so big in US, you know. Like
You're
imagine I
You're
was
right.
coming to
You remember our engineering college cricket ground?
We weren't allowed to go on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
We're
yeah.
going to step on it.
Yeah,
That's
they were
not
growing
even-
grass on the cricket ground. The
The watchman would like blow his whistle like you're stepping on his.
even like the excitement and culture for sports, right?
Yeah. They
People
take pride in
support
it.
college basketball,
They're
college
huge,
football.
televised the
Yeah,
college.
all the
Yeah.
bars are filled with fans, and like there's so much money going into the sport,
Exactly.
so much talent coming in.
Yeah.
Even high school sports are played in
Yeah.
such a grand scale, and they come into the college with sports, right?
Yeah, it's from the grassroots level. They're excited about it. They hone them. They bring that culture in.
But to be honest, VVS 10th standard volleyball was goated. Like they had a huge fan base. Deepak Lakhan, I was cheering for him. Come on, bro. I think Rashmi was part of the girls' basketball volleyball team. Were you?
I would be.
I don't think so.
You weren't? Okay.
Sahana was.
Oh, yeah. They played really well. Like we had the finals. It was intense. There were like 200 students all around in that public ground, and it was intense.
Speaking of 10th standard, we graduated 10th in 2014 and it's 2024
Holy
now.
shit.
More
10
than
years.
10
ago.
years.
Wow.
It's been a decade, and I've only come out with 1 degree.
We are old.
You got like the best degree.
The best
Well,
degree though.
Yeah.
Your Dr. House, basically.
Doctor in the house.
Awesome.
Like, you can add up all our degrees, it's not that hard.
That's what I keep telling her, you know. Like, medical. I know she'd be anesthesiologist.
What?
Yeah.
He
Oh,
missed that
man.
part. We had an entire segment about
Congrats.
Thank you.
Are you doing your MD right now?
No, from Jan.
Oh, nice. Where do you get it?
Mangalore. KS Hegde. I don't think you know the college.
Okay, nice.
But I know K.S. Hegde.
Yeah? How?
I've heard his name in the doctor circles.
Okay.
My dad's friend, he's the principal of MS Ramaya, and then when they all have their stuff, I don't know, heard of that.
Isn't that one of like the hard ones to get in?
Yeah.
Damn, nice.
She studied a lot, guys, so we know.
I feel emotional because you guys are applauding, but my overachiever family is like, oh my god, anesthesiologist, oh my god, Bangalore, you didn't get in Bangalore.
No.
So it feels nice getting validation from non-medicals.
That's great. We all respect medical students.
Thank you.
Some of us studying. Because honestly, you remember stuff. I keep sending her screenshots and videos from house, and I'm like, would you know this? Would you know this? And she actually knows it. I'm like, I don't remember anything from my engineering days. Like nothing. Like if you ask me, I don't even know like the Newton's second law.
I think why that is because engineering people study for the exam. We study for practicing. Like we do it on a daily basis even when we're students. We have daily postings where we have to go to the hospital, talk to the patient, come present the case. So when you're putting it like logic, like applying it in real life, you don't tend to
I
forget.
mean, the
That's
consequences are bigger. Engineer messes up, a program goes wrong, or a machine fails and breaks down.
Yeah.
A doctor messes up.
Yeah, but more than the consequence, I'm just talking practically. Every day we see it.
Okay.
It's like ABCD. Do you forget ABCD
No,
at the
I
same
fully
because you
understand.
use it all your life?
No, it's because for me or him or for Adith, for example, if you forget how to code, you ask ChatGPT, you get the answer. But you can't do that. Like, imagine you see symptoms and you're like, okay, so the patient's right in front of me, I can't Google, so...
You're right about it though. It's about
Yeah,
the
go get a
usability.
blood test by the time I Google.
Yeah, actually, confession, as a junior doctor, initial days, that's what we do. Like, if we're so confused, we'll just be like, 1 second, and we either step out or ask them to step out for a test. And then don't Google, we have our books, like in
Okay,
handy,
so-
like handbooks, like a small like reference books. We've done that in our junior doctor days. So no shame there.
How many times have you had to match LHS to RHS in real life?
Zero. I've never had to use sine theta, cos theta in real life. To this day, I'm still waiting to know when I can use Laplace transform. Man, I work with advanced engineering and I still don't do that. So it's kind of useless, but it's different. I feel why Indian syllabus says if you're smart enough to do this, then you're smart enough to figure out whatever happens. I think that's the thing. Like, if you fail engineering, it's not that you're going to use that exact formula in your life. It's that you're too dumb to do this in real life.
Actually, when I wanted to do medical, my parents were against it. They were like, dude, it's going to take a long time, so much money, so much effort. Why do you want to go through it? Instead, do engineering and then you do IAS. 2 degrees I don't want. Why would I do 2
IAS.
degrees?
Ironically, IAS takes way longer than medical to crack.
Yeah, but the whole point was, why would I go through engineering, which I don't want, in order to go to another degree, which I also don't want?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I like how they give the options. Right? Either
Yeah.
medical mean okay, there's no medical, no engineering, and then IAS.
It's classic. That's what
Nobody's gonna say just follow your heart. No, nothing like that. Become an artist.
It's-
I want to get into the cards.
Okay, guys, yeah, I was about to.
Okay.
So, this is a set of conversation cards, and it has questions written in it.
Give everyone 2 cards.
Are these color coded? Does red
I don't
mean
know
something?
what it. I mean, technically it means something,
We'll figure
but I
it
don't
out.
know.
Let's keep it a suspense.
So, who wants to start?
I'll go.
Give everyone two cards and we all answer. And yeah.
I thought Adi has like a list of.
I do have the list. We
questions
can
that
get into that
you want
topic
to,
also,
like-
but this was something new.
Any 2 colors?
I feel CK will
No,
enjoy these
pick one.
questions.
No, I'm
Dye
not getting
one.
the blue water.
Pick any one of each color or
No,
something.
What
pick
are
one
these?
and think about it. We'll all speak about the same.
Blue is
Oh, no.
So, you can
self-awareness
give
cards.
the title of
Then
the
let's
video.
go in order, right?
Okay,
Let's-
read the question out loud.
Okay, you want me to read
Let's
it?
go in the order of highest number of subscribers, which is.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Oh, nice.
Okay. If you could time travel back to an earlier time in your life, where would you visit and what would you do? That's a tough one.
Ah.
Wait, who is this question for?
It's for all of us.
Everybody. Start taking off your answers, and we're starting off with the.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go back to the time I traveled to Europe because I was way too young to realize that I'm in a location which I could actually appreciate. I was like 6 years old or 7 years old. We went for a trip to Europe with my family. We went to France, we went to Switzerland. It didn't matter to me. I was a kid. I would have fun wherever I am. Now I look back at the pictures, the videos. I'm like, wow, these are some great places. So I want to relive that, go back there, and like see that through the eyes of a grown up.
You are soon going.
I am going. But,
Yeah.
so yeah, dreams do come true.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean you're soon going?
I'm going to Ireland next January for my masters.
Oh, nice. Congrats. What are you studying?
Masters in sports performance.
Nice. Sports performance.
Yes.
Okay, what exactly does that do?
So it teaches you about different aspects of like enhancing physical performance, on how athletes can like give it their best at their sport.
And do you have to pick a sport or is it like?
No, it covers a lot of things. From there you can specialize and work on whatever you are closest to.
But it's more related to like fitness in sport, like
Yeah, of course.
things you can do in fitness that will
Yeah.
improve their performance in
Yes.
their like
In
respective
any
sport.
sport, training for any sport has two sides to it. One is actually the sport skill, playing it, practicing it. That's your sport coach, and the other part is the fitness aspect of it. That includes lifting weights in the gym, that is strength training, and also running, jumping, doing conditioning and cardio, all of that. To simplify.
Interesting. And are you gonna like take up a job there or?
Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna finish my degree and see if I can get any good working experience over there, or I might even take a PhD. So
Are you gonna work with like rugby teams? Like it's Ireland, right?
Ireland does have rugby. It has multiple sports. It has a
Or
lot
go
of
to
stuff.
Europe and become like a coach for Barcelona.
Honestly, my dream is to work with WWE wrestlers.
Logan
Oh.
Paul is hiring.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a prime tattoo on
Oh,
my
yeah.
right bicep and then.
Yeah, Prime yesterday.
We had Prime.
It was
We'll
good.
get into the Prime review later.
It's a sport.
Wait,
guys.
I want to know.
I've had like 5 primes. I would rank the blue one first, the red one second, Ice Pop third, and the worst was Meta Mode.
Is there something exquisitely different about
No,
it?
it's just the hype created by Logan Paul and KSI.
Let's create hype about this podcast.
Honestly,
guys.
I feel a lot of Bangalore crowd can, relate to us.
There's no hype
With
of
us
Prime
not
in the
speaking a
US.
single
You know-
Kannada word.
That's why we're trying to cater to that kind of a crowd, like
Oh,
us.
the English-speaking
The
crowd.
English-speaking crowd in India.
The Prime drinking crowd.
The Prime people who know who Logan Paul is.
That's
Yeah.
a prime audience.
Yeah, nice one.
There's no like Prime hype in the
Are you
US
sure
actually.
though?
Maybe I don't
There's
hang
no-
out in the circles where.
There is.
But in India, right, people blindly are hyped up about what people do in the US and what's not available. So if it comes late to the India, people are very excited. Even Feastables, I think, it's like
Oh yeah.
I would
nobody
never
gives a
do
damn about Feastables.
I feel
Like,
Feastables is a big flop. Like, who's going to pay so much money? Feastable like $500 for a Dairy Milk size.
how much
Honestly-
is Prime, by the way?
Prime is
Yeah,
$400
prices
bucks
are
here. One Prime, $400.
Yeah, that expression makes sense because it is.
When I
overpriced.
bought it for the first time, it was 1,000. The first
Yes,
Prime I drank was
1,200
$1,200.
What?
Yeah.
But this is like some off market
No,
shit.
cause
No, this
they
is
came
in
after
direct
they
supply.
released it in India. It
Ah.
become 350.
350,
Yeah.
400, right?
Yeah.
So before it was like an imported
Yeah, it
price.
was 1,100.
I bought it in Sweden.
Have you tried the vanilla Coke?
Vanilla Coke. Oh yeah, I did once.
I've had Coke with vanilla ice cream in it.
That's
Coke.
damn good, isn't it?
It's
Coke's
too good,
underrated.
Yeah, that's
But sadly, it stopped. McDonald's stopped production of that.
Really?
Yeah,
I went to
wasn't
ask
it called
them.
Coke Float?
Coke float, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I
22
haven't
bucks.
been to McDonald's in, I think, 5 years.
Wow.
Speaking of McDonald's, now I was going to parlay to the shooter of the United LCO, but let's
Yeah.
not go back.
Alright, let's get back to the question.
Oh yeah, so
Hey, one more thing I wanted to ask you. How supportive were your parents of your shift in career?
Initially, they were skeptical because it's completely unknown. It's something
Out of
new.
the
It's a
box.
weird.
Did you
niche.
have a career in civil? Like, did you even
I
start
never
it?
did.
You didn't?
We all graduated in September of 2020, so there was literally nothing to do. The world was shut down for like a year. I was at home. I prepared for IAS for 1 year, just for fun. Like if I crack it, great.
Dad
If
will
I
be proud of
don't,
you.
my dad wanted me to. So if I crack it, great. If I don't, you have better world view and like general knowledge now. So that's what I did. And then I convinced them that I want to pursue fitness full time because this is the only thing where I'd actually give my 100% and be happy about it. At first, they were a bit skeptical because it's completely new, but they were supportive. They were like, "You try it out. If it doesn't work out, you have engineering as a backup." So I did. I gave it my everything, and fortunately, it worked out.
You seem very passionate and happy about it. So good for you.
And dude, speaking of like Prime being 400 rupees, okay. Did you, when you came back?
You didn't go past that, guys.
When you came back to Bangalore, did you notice everything's so expensive?
100%. It is very like back in Germany. I was like, bro, I can't wait to go back to India.
Yeah.
For 20 rupees, I'm gonna get pizza. No, not 20. I thought Domino's pizza was 120 rupees. Like the medium set was 150 rupees for margarita, 200 for. It's like 400 bucks for a pizza, and everything else has gone up. Like Priyadarshini, you know the small coffee? It's 25 bucks.
25 now?
25 bucks we paid for that.
Idli vada.
But Priyadarshini coffee.
It's
is
goated.
the
Masala dosa,
Yeah.
it's the best.
We used to eat it.
Yeah.
Remember?
Adith and I have gone.
To Priyadarshini,
Yeah.
after one of our games,
Before we came to your house.
before my birthday.
Yeah.
No.
Surprise birthday
It's
party.
really expensive. Shit's like
Dude,
burgers, everything.
one plate idli vada, okay, I ordered on Swiggy.
15 rupees.
130 bucks.
No, bro, you ordered from 5.
No,
Sheraton or
That's
something.
less. That's
See.
check the price right now. That's
It
less.
probably had a convenience charge of
Yeah.
75 rupees.
No, this is with discount.
With
Yeah.
100 bucks.
130 is really less.
Exactly.
Check the price now.
Dude, it's
It'll
gone crazy. Like I went to a pub recently, like for drinking. One shot is $10. 800 rupees people pay for like a tequila shot.
He
So
said
then
$10. I
it's
was like, that
crazy.
sounds so tame. The moment he said 800, I'm like,
To 800 bucks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like $10
That was
for
my
a shot.
3-month pocket money when I was in India.
bro, I'm gonna be high as fucking 800. Go to a local MRP store and then.
Dude, even MRPs are not cheap, dude. Like,
For
but it's
800
still
MRP,
Bangalore
you get
alcohol
scotch.
prices, guys.
But yeah,
Yeah,
how
I
do
think now I know
afford
people
it?
love duty free so much.
Yeah.
That's why they begged me to bring alcohol.
Delhi, Haryana, very cheap.
How much is a dish when you go out in Germany? How much do you pay for a beer? It's like 2 euros,
A
right?
beer is 2.5 to 4, 5.5
Yeah.
euros.
You don't get that in Bangalore. Bangalore beer is like 400 rupees, right? Yeah.
Damn. I mean, Germany, beer is super cheap, but even it's not so different. A pizza in Germany, a big pizza is like around 10 euros.
Bottled beer is still among the lesser ones, but if you go to a pub and you get a
Yeah.
They're
one,
more expensive.
Yeah.
Bottles are cheap.
How much
Bottles
is
are
so?
cheap,
How much
yeah.
do you think is? I don't even
Bottles
drink
are
this.
like
I don't know how
150
to.
to
1 mug.
1 pint is
330,
like
330 ml.
here.
1
Yeah.
mug.
Yeah, 330 ml. How much is that?
around 400.
400 rupees. Like in the US, right?
In a
A
more
pint
expensive
is
place, yeah.
500 ml, which is like $7.
And the thing is, that is comparing with that if you adjust for PPP,
Exactly. It
It's
can't
so
be the
cheap.
same. Like, how are you guys affording it? Like,
it's almost like earning in dollars to drink in rupees, and it's
Yeah.
almost working out. It's
here you're running in rupees to drink in
Yeah,
dollars. I'm like, what?
that's crazy. I feel the government just taxed alcohol so high to
Of
make
course, of
money.
course. And cigarette is dirt cheap. I'll let you figure that out.
Oh yeah.
Cigarettes cheap?
Oh my god, yeah.
Where?
Comparatively.
Yeah, see,
How much
Yeah.
is one?
It's
650
cheap.
ml is 230.
I don't know. I know.
How much is it?
Of
What?
a can, right?
No, a bottle.
Bottle. Bottle, yeah.
230 euros.
There, you know how much for
No,
like
the serving ones in the
Oh,
restaurant.
that is.
bottles
that's
are
what
dirt
it is.
cheap. In Germany, what do you call that? I don't Heineken or something.
Yeah.
6 cans is 3 euros.
Yeah,
What?
same.
6 cans is
Going to
3
Germany.
euros.
Even in
you
US,
get
it's
this
less
much.
than $1 for a can if you buy the Bud Light ones, and
Yeah.
about $1.50 for a bottle if buy the expensive ones. But it shouldn't be more than that.
That's-
I feel like India is running on the tax of alcohol and cigarettes.
And gambling.
And
And
people
crypto.
spend. My shocking part is that people don't seem to have a problem with this.
They
They
don't-
make like
they don't have an
30K per
option.
month, but they're okay spending like 5K for like one meal. Like,
honestly, yeah,
The
Old
life of a
people
doctor.
wouldn't hang
Life
out
of a
there.
junior doctor.
come on, shut up. You're a doctor.
Do you know how much I got
yeah,
paid?
this is the craziest thing.
5,000 per month for a whole 2 years.
I earned more and I worked in
understand.
other
I know what you
jobs.
But she's gonna ramp up so
Exactly.
much that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can't catch up. Like, imagine she opens her own
But that'll be when I'm
consulting.
30, 40. My
Yeah.
beer drinking days are over. What will I do now?
But that's my whole thing. Why are doctors paid so less and such? Like as an intern, computer science intern, you don't know shit when you get into the industry unless you're like really into coding. Or even I didn't know when I got into Adith Auto, my favorite Indian company. Okay, so and we were also paid. I was paid the lowest among everyone, and it was around 15K. For doctors, you guys like save lives and
Yeah.
treat people for
Yeah.
10 hours a day. And you're paid 5K a month. Is it?
10 hours a day, they are made to do night shifts. They
Yeah.
have insane.
36-hour shift, 48
Yeah, 36 hour shifts.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know why
Which
they don't
brings
do
me
that.
to my answer.
Yeah.
about if you could time travel back to an earlier time in your life, where would you visit and what would you do? I would go to old Rashmi in 2014, tell her to just take PCME instead of PCMB, and
then never cut
Yeah.
off this biology from your
Yeah.
life.
Big mistake.
What would you be doing in computer science
Engineering.
engineering?
Wait, is this for like real or are you
Real?
saying it in a light tone?
No, it's real. Like,
Oh my God.
Because it's taken me 10 years to finish one damn degree.
Okay.
Not that I had backs. I'm talking about like the other. Like it took me 1 year to get in, and then afterwards, this NEET. I don't know if you heard about the whole NEET fiasco.
Yes.
Mhm.
From 1.5 years, they're dragging the case, and now they allotted our colleges, and I'm starting in Jan.
Mhm.
And I finished my degree in 2022. Yeah, it's been 2 years that I've wasted. So in India, medicine is not worth it because A, it's expensive. 2, it takes time because the government is so slow with all the procedures. And 3, there's always some internal scam going on. So,
And 4, you might not survive it.
and 5, very less pay in the initial years. What will a 25-year-old woman do with 5K a month in Bangalore with the expenses that you guys just
3
mentioned?
beers a month.
Yeah.
Now that you've like finished it,
Sleep
right?
in the park.
Do you still feel the same? You've already been through the journey. Like,
When I look at you guys talking about, oh, Prime 400, I tried this flavor, that flavor, and I'm just rethinking, like, for one Prime, it's this part of my salary. Yeah,
It's like I worked 72 hours for one
Yes.
price.
you know, in India, it's actually faster to become a doctor than the US.
It is faster, yeah.
Because one friend of mine, she did MIT double major in electrical and bio or something,
Mm.
right, for 4 years, and then she has to write pre-meds and start as a student
Yeah,
and study, I think, 8 more years from after her first degree to like.
correct. Yeah, I think.
But I'm not trying to be
it's a long time.
pessimistic. I'm hopeful that maybe after MD life gets better because in India with just MBBS.
But do you start off with again like 10K after MD for a year or two,
No.
or it's high?
It's way high.
But it's high, but it's still not higher than what a very good engineer gets paid. Because one of my engineer friends, he works in SAP Labs, he gets 2.5 per month. We don't start off with that. We start off with 90 lakhs.
But
90,000 to 100,000.
10 years later, you're raking in like 7 lakhs a month.
What? 10 years later, it all goes to my kids. I want to enjoy when
Oh,
I'm
yeah, I
in
think-
prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's like
I
money
understand now.
swimming in a pool of cash.
It's always first generation doctors, kids enjoy.
Aditya knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think now I get it. Yeah, it's for your kids.
It's
Yeah.
a
Your kids-
trade-off. See, for us, right, to leave the job and go into our like a business or self-practice, we don't have a clear path, but they can do it whenever they want to. Like,
Yeah.
just get a few years in, and they
Ah.
can immediately shift to like being self-employed.
Yeah, that's one thing, and not just self-employment. Even to get employment in any hospital, very easy. You just go, they'll give you a job. There's no scarcity of job for a
True.
doctor in India.
Speaking about this, dude, in the US right now, not a lot of jobs are there, and many of my like junior batch are like suffering without jobs.
Yeah, even my
People
friend.
who did like CS and
Big
stuff.
time. Yeah.
Like when they graduated, I think 60% did not have any jobs.
Is it still
Imagine.
the 3 months when you got to leave policy?
Yeah. So they're like time is ticking.
Trump is
So,
gonna make that way less.
Even,
so they decided to like they all take up like unpaid internships to stop that unemployment day. So they're technically employed with the university, but
Okay,
like
that's
they're
okay.
not paid
They're
anything.
still paying in rupees.
They're still on loan and then they have to find a job. It's really
Sad.
even computer science
Scary.
engineers.
all CS, all data.
I thought it's
everything.
like if you're in that area, California, New York, you're a CS engineer, you swimming in job opportunities.
if you're in like the top 10%, right, and if you have like mang companies on your resume, like if you worked in Amazon before or Facebook before, then you have an easy way. Or like, yeah. And one bad thing is for me right now to switch, it's much easier. Like my friends are still looking for a job, but like for me to switch, there are like many recruiters in my inbox, like keep
In
pinging me
LinkedIn,
saying-
once, yeah.
LinkedIn, right? They're like flooding it.
It's always
So they all want someone who's committed. They don't want single people
It's
anymore.
literally relationships. Girls
It's
are texting
exactly
you after
the
you're in a
same.
relationship. The day I moved to Germany, in LinkedIn from Sweden, I'm getting offers. Oh, you don't even need to interview. The job's ready. Same. If you had told me 1 month before, I would have cancelled my entire process of moving. That's crazy.
So Rashmi, you said you would go back in time to take PCME.
Yeah.
And what would
Maybe
your
I would
life look
still.
like right now if you did that?
My parents never fail to mention it 100 times a day. They're like, "But yeah, we told you to do engineering. You could have finished engineering, done MD. MS abroad, and then chilled like your sister. My sister's in US. She's living a good life. So if you chill
Oh
like
wait,
your
what is
sister-
she doing?
She's working in Google.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What field?
She did VS something VL.
VLSI.
VLSI.
So she's
sorry.
in like electronics.
Yeah, that. And my brother-in-law is working in Facebook. Meta.
Nice.
So
Which city are they in?
they're in Sunnyvale.
Oh,
This thing.
did you visit recently?
Last year, May.
Nice.
Yeah.
How
So
was it?
it honestly made me rethink my entire choices. Like, it felt so nice to live. I know there's a lot of other struggles that my sister mentioned. Like, it's not all butterflies and rainbows. But yeah, I feel like maybe if I had chosen that path, and I had chosen, I did get into engineering and I quit.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think, what if I hadn't quit? What if I was there? What would I be in the East Coast, West Coast? What would I be eating? Would I be paying $10 for a dosa?
You'd have a bottle of time in your hand right now.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have swapped our electives, because I regret not taking biology in 12th.
Really?
Because I had
Why?
to learn origin, insertion, innovation, action of all
Oh.
muscles.
Hmm.
I had to learn biochemistry, all of that to get my certification.
You had to learn biochemistry also.
Yeah, I hated it, but I had.
Yeah, even we hate it. Don't we?
I don't think I'll change anything, but like to relive it, yeah, I think our poker days and our
Golden
basement
era.
days in the same house. That's like one of the best times of my life.
Honestly, 6 hours.
Remember the day I
straight.
got a job? I was playing poker with you. I had no idea I got
Yeah,
a
your
job.
emails. You
Yeah,
checked
yeah,
the
yeah.
emails that evening when you went
We
somewhere.
were all playing poker for like 1 rupee, 2 rupee
It's
blinds.
so much fun. 10, 20 bucks.
I've earned 6 rupees with you
She
guys
also
as a
played the
dealer.
poker, yeah.
Oh shit.
She was our dealer.
In the basement.
After my birthday or
Yeah.
after my birthday? It's like
Damn.
good 3 years of COVID was so fun with poker. That's where I got a love for poker also.
Yeah, that year was so much fun. Dude.
Honestly. Yeah,
Eating masal puri after poker. Sometimes Domino's if we win big.
Spoken like a true Bangalorean.
Honestly, we meet at like 3 p.m. And it's not
Yeah.
even like we all meet at the same time. There'll be like 4 people playing.
Yeah.
One guy comes, he just gets dealt in 6. At one point, there's 7 people. We end the game, go out for charts. All the money disappears.
Yeah.
7 hours, we fight for that. 1 second, we spend 10x of it, okay? But it's just the whole point. We did this for like 2 years, almost 3 times a week, 4 times a week.
Okay, I have a question for both of you. You both stayed abroad, right? And you were in India. What's the one thing that you miss the most about not being in India?
I mean, the most normie answer would be to say food, but I don't miss it too much because we get amazing Indian food there. People, the NRIs make it feel like, oh my god, I've never had Indian food at all. They act like they just eat bread every day, but maybe I miss chaat or Davangere, Benne, those are specific things like that which you don't get. But what do I miss? I miss what he said, like poker sessions, chilling sessions. I miss, but then again, it's replaced with
It's
new
also
memories
not
also,
a
so-
fair comparison because I'm in different stages of life when I'm in the US and
Yeah.
India.
That's
When we were here, we were so like
Yeah.
carefree. We didn't really think of earning money or anything,
Correct.
right? Our money was like to get to eat chaat. And
Exactly.
30 rupees made us so happy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would compare that era India. If I compare that to this, it's not a fair because
Yeah.
working in India would have been a different type of. I would have loved it or
way
hated
more
it. I don't know.
stressful. Because our India times were so carefree and college times, we always have a good memory saying, oh,
Right.
India is like. So people there have observed, for them, India is so good and they think of happy times as back in
Yes.
India and
So it's
Student
struggling
time.
times as US,
Right.
but I don't think they think of the fact that if they leave their job
100%.
and go back, they're gonna struggle.
That's
They
a very
might
good
struggle
point. That's
more.
a very good point.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're like 40 and you're like super rich, where you don't have to work, you come to India and you just chill or in a good area. I don't think people will be like, oh, I don't want to come back.
Yeah,
They're
like
just,
you spend 20 years earning in dollars and pounds, then you
Yeah.
retire and come back to India.
But if you finish uni and come back here and start working, then you will hate everything because you will have carefree life there and struggling in India. So
As an engineer, I feel like, correct me
As
if
an
I'm wrong.
engineer,
No, correct me if I'm wrong, but you as an engineer have a chance to retire at 40 if you want to. I feel like as a doctor, that's when it starts for me. I
Yeah.
can't.
you're like, I'm this close now, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna stop.
I'm close to the finish line now. So I've always dreamt of the life of early retirement. So I don't think I'm going to get that.
But I'll give you a very stark opposite perspective, okay? It's very interesting. I used to see Adi's dad, and for me, to be honest, that was the dream life.
Of working past.
Yeah, it's more like he chose his hours of working, right? He morning at around 10 o'clock or something, he goes to work, which is like 2 kilometers away.
11.
Right? Very calmly, 2 kilometers away. He eats breakfast at home. He comes back for lunch. And even those 2 hours, I have gone to his clinic, right? Patients see him like a god because they come to him for like treatment, right? For him, his job is so interesting. He gets to talk to people, right? My job is talking to a computer or chat GPT.
Yeah, exactly. It's building a screen like this 9 hours.
So, and 2 hours he comes back, like chills with the family, again goes for 2 more hours and comes back.
He goes to chill in Maleshwaram club for like 4 hours. Then he goes to the clinic for 3 hours and he comes back home. Saturdays he doesn't go, Sundays he doesn't go.
The freedom he has with his life, and it's not like, oh, he makes millions of dollars, right? But he's so happy with his life. And he has the choice that he doesn't have to depend on people laying him off, or he doesn't have to worry that, am I going to get a new job, right?
Yeah.
He has his own practice, and like every Saturday, Sunday, he spends time with family, he does his thing. That is what freedom, like, that's what medical degree or like a self-employed degree
Saturday,
gives
Sunday is more for engineers than doctors, I feel, because doctors have to work on Saturdays.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
I think if you're in the
Residency.
like the response type of doctors, right?
Yeah.
Like
On call.
Emergency.
Yeah.
I kind of draw parallels to what you just said to my life, like my career right now. Because this year I shifted my work to part-time. I go to work at 6:30 in the morning, 10:30 I'm done.
Nice.
So I skip the peak traffic. Early morning driving is kind of therapeutic. It's like really cool, like I'm driving alone listening to a podcast or some music. I come back after the peak traffic is done. Then I have time for myself. I focus on content creation. I have my online coaching business. That's about it. I have the rest of the day for myself. So even in my industry, it's like I carved my own niche. I kind of deviated because there's no blueprint as a fitness coach. There's no set path that, okay, you're going to work in a corporate ladder and you're going to climb up the ranks and then you reach a certain place. If you make yourself valuable to your clients in some way or the other, it works. And at the end of the day, we all work to be happy.
It's actually so cool to see a person who's more like an influencer and like, we are just doing this as a hobby, but I think it's a proper profession.
Yeah, he's
Like
been consistent with his YouTube for like how many years now?
5 years.
5 years, every week upload. Never, almost never miss. Like I get his notification on dot every week,
Do you, as a co-YouTuber, feel like, damn, I should have been that way too?
For me, honestly, the way this channel is more of a group channel. For him, he's a one-man show. If he's in the mood, for me, even if I'm in the mood or I'm not in the mood, it's the people, right? Sometimes I'm not in the mood, like Vamshi, listening to this. How many times did I vlog? Like we just met the other day in MG Road. I gave some street interviews. You want to watch that? I gave it. Yeah. After I sent you the message, they came up. Hi, can I have an interview?
What is it? What is that?
He already asked some relationship type of questions.
Do they have any of those in the cards?
I'm pretty sure there's some there. So he asked like something about compatibility, compromises, stuff like that. And yeah, so he was telling me to vlog, but for me some reason I just can't turn on. Hi guys, welcome back. So it doesn't, because all our vlogs were not scripted. At least during the OG times, they were not scripted. It's just what we were doing on an everyday basis. I just put a camera in front of it. So now I'm like, okay, Vamshi, you're on camera. Okay, make fun of this, and I would teach him a joke, and he would.
Actually, I would like to go back and change my answer. Maybe I would want to continue medicine, but there are so many hobbies that I've picked up, started and then given up. So YouTube and my fitness. Do you know you used to follow my? I had a fitness Insta page. Yeah. Not anymore though, but yeah. And in lockdown, I used to do stitching and stuff. I don't know if you guys know, but I used to.
I've seen that video also.
Yeah. So
making some dress out of something.
Yeah. Those things. And I think gardening also for a while. There were so many nice hobbies I was into that I never really gave time to. Probably also owing to the field of medicine. But yeah, I would take up one and just keep at it.
That. Okay.
I really regret not keeping at it for the YouTube channel.
True. I feel YouTube, we actually learned YouTube and quite early before it got saturated. So I feel if we had stayed consistent at that time.
And I had no excuse of group. I was a one woman.
Yeah. Both of you had.
Dude, thinking about where YouTube is going, right? We spend so much of our time watching reels and watching YouTube, I'm kind of scared that I'm addicted already.
So I think you're addicted. I think
You're
we're all
scared.
addicted at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Dude, it happens. I'm brushing my teeth. I have brush in one hand and
Hey, me, I do that. I do that.
I just watched this Black Mirror episode today. This is like the first season, second episode. I don't know if you
I think I've
watched
watched
it.
everything. Yeah.
It's like he's surrounded by screens and there's a singing show going on and
Isn't
they
it?
all cycle to
I
collect
feel like
points.
Oh yes, I've seen
They
this.
cycle to collect points
Yeah.
and basically in the end he becomes like one of the producers of videos. Like
Ah, okay.
he wins, he becomes a speaker and then he goes to a bigger house. I think this was in 2011. Imagine they predicted the future.
Black Mirror.
There
is
was
really
no
crazy.
Instagram, there was no reels back then.
Damn.
Internet also was not like that
That was
popular.
very
Yeah.
slow, yeah.
Honestly, were we even addicted to Instagram before Reels? I don't think. What
No,
would I do
not
on
that much.
Instagram?
Yeah, it was like once a day, just open to see like.
If you're texting someone,
Speaking
yeah.
of being
but-
addicted to shorts and reels, isn't it crazy how our attention span is reduced? Because I cannot
Yeah.
sit through one long form video
Yeah.
for the life of me right now. Unless it's on 1.5x or 2x. 1x speed,
True, true.
no, can do. Even sometimes things that I want to watch mindfully, like which the caption itself is like, you should slow your life down and watch it on 1.5x.
And I've seen these people who put game half the screen is like a gaming.
Subway
video.
Surfers.
Yeah, and half the videos
Talking,
because
yeah.
the attention span is so low,
bad.
you need some visual cue to stick to the screen.
Oh.
Every time, even like imagine there's a stand-up comedy in the top half, right? That punchline, he makes a pause before the punchline, and my
Yeah.
eyes goes to the game.
Yeah.
Until
yeah.
he tells the punchline, I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Come
I
on,
get
those
it.
such videos.
Yeah, you don't know the Subway
Yeah, yeah,
The thing
Surfers.
is, you would have seen
There's
it,
a random
but
car
psychologically
floating.
you don't observe
Yeah,
it.
car jumping is
Jump.
Yeah. Just like
I'm
gameplay.
talking about those videos where games happening and somebody is describing
Yeah,
the
they
story.
just
Yeah,
talk
exactly,
about
that's
something
what
else,
it is.
yeah.
Oh.
So that thing is just there. Like whenever you lose focus in what they're saying, you focus on this until you're drawn back to this.
And have you seen this Nikhil Kamath shorts of his podcast? So basically, even as like the shorts screen is there, right? They add some noise over it. All these white dots going around like this. I think it stimulates your eye to like keep
Yeah,
glued to
there
the
are
screen.
some very small editing tips
Wow.
I've seen where a separate guy breaks down all these videos. It's in Logan Paul's video or something. You know, like imagine there are two video clips. Okay, they are attached like this. What they do is they cut the video part of the new clip and they put the audio of it before. Like you hear what's happening and then the video comes up. For example, imagine I'm saying something and then Shreyas says something. First, Shreyas saying already comes as a part of my video, and then they place. So there's a more
It's a
smoother
transition,
connection.
yeah.
Because if a video ends and a transition comes, you can lose interest and
Yeah.
click off.
Yeah.
So they already put the next video's audio playing while the transition happens. So now you're like,
That's
okay,
crazy.
someone's talking something, let me see how that guy looks like. It's just to trick your brain to keep
Yeah.
sticking on. That's
You know,
crazy.
the attention span thing is all in the numbers. Like I look at my analytics of long videos and shorts. Long videos have an like attention, audience retention. It's like a logarithmic graph.
Yeah.
It literally falls within the first 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay.
No matter how catchy, how good I make it, okay, it's good. It falls and then it's like it sweeps through.
100%. Yeah.
Whereas with shorts, it's like okay, it's constant. It might dip a bit. It goes 87% retention.
Oh yeah,
rate.
82.
Yeah.
Can you believe all the vlogs? Around 60% of them click off within the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Every vlog I've made, I can see the analytics. That
Watch
means,
time for long form
Yeah,
videos
It's
is very
crazy.
big.
so the average view duration of a 4-minute vlog, I keep my vlogs 4 minutes because of this reason, because no one wants to see a 20. Even in that 4 minutes, just around 30% watch the whole video. And out of this, only 60% make it through the first 10 seconds. That means they click the video, the first 3 seconds is enough to put them
I
on.
have to
Yeah.
give you credit where it's due. Those 4 minutes, you make it super interesting.
Yeah.
I try my
It's true.
best.
Yeah. Even though it's only 4 minutes.
Even
people
though-
love it.
At least some people, you know, at least I continue making the videos.
And my friends, I've showed you screenshots
Yes.
of my friends complimenting.
All the
I met
ladies seem
Vibha.
to love your 4 minutes.
All the pretty
I think
ladies.
Yes. Aditya doesn't last long.
Yeah.
It's like-
4 minutes is like,
4 minutes is long enough.
yeah.
I mean, it drops off after 10 seconds.
It's the quality, not the quantity.
Exactly.
Now, coming to that though,
Come
like
on.
honestly,
Coming down. Nice.
Okay, with that, we're going to end
this is gonna be a
podcast.
short. This is gonna
This
be
is
a
gonna
short.
be a-
You didn't answer.
No, that's why we're going to start that. Our both answer on the next pod because I think we're 1 hour 20 minutes. So, hey guys, thank you for watching. So, this first episode was a trailer for what you're going to get for the next couple of
longest fucking trailer in the history.
Yeah,
of
the
films.
longest trailer. Hope you watched the whole thing. For the 2 people who are still watching this, and one of them is Rashmi.
Hold on. We forgot something.
Yes.
None of the audience members know what CK sounds like.
Okay, if you really want to know how CK sounds like, get on the
Like,
next
share,
episode.
subscribe.
And we're going to see you in the next episode and
And
continue
comment
this
down below.
conversation.
Comment down below. What do you think he sounds like?
Okay, take your guess. Because next week's episode, you can see that. Okay? See you.
See you guys.